Moment of truth.
So we can see Goot Boy. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll down now and give it a second, and then check out Pie Cherry and see if that works. All right.
I'm in both sides.
Yep, I'm in both sides. Looks like it's going well. All right, so off to a good start. So right, well, freeze mage then.
So we see a freeze mage from Goot Boy side, and that leper gnome indicates a face hunter from Pie Cherry side.
Pited Shredder.
Ooh.
So perhaps it's like a hybrid, like hybrid mid. Yeah, hybrid like a like Savannas. Do you think?
I think it's probably it probably has Savannas, but like the only 5-drop below there, but then a bit like Orange Pilots this list a lot. It might even include like Hunter's Marks, and I saw him playing Fell Reaver as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, of course. Now, I mean, actually, I've just noticed. Sorry, a banner. I need to be adjusting this. Or to be honest, I may even just have to remove this for now. Unfortunately, I could probably stretch it a bit further. It's just that it is actually covering up the cards, so I'm gonna need to move this across.
Yeah, so relatively.
There we go. That's fine.
For the left gnome, the loot hoarder come out.
Yeah, that's fine.
The loot hoarder over the scientist at the start. It's always a tough choice. It's like put the loot hoarder here because you're worried that if you play it in the future turns, it might die to like a knife juggle or to an unleash the hound.
So I mean, what are you thinking of doing in here if you're playing as Pie Cherry? I mean, you can go for that knife juggler because of course that does then, if you can get lucky. Excuse me, with perhaps juggles later on, it can push out some more damage rather than, for example, proccing the Acolyte, which would be horrible.
It's just weak to Frostbite, and that's your issue.
Yeah, so I think
out of 2 drops, he has another 2 drops. So the only other 2 drops he could have would be Mad Scientist or Frostbolt.
Yeah, that is true.
You have the bow, which kills off the Mad Scientist if you think about it that way. So the Knife Juggler will survive.
That is true.
Just for more damage than the Scientist,
And of course, we can't actually see a direct response to this Knife Juggler, so this Knife Juggler is going to live, unless you want a double Ice Lance here, which I'm pretty sure is not a good thing to do as the Freeze Mage here. But you can't be too upset though with still getting a Mad Scientist off here anyway. You've got some card draw, and then you've now gone into Secret, which is extremely good. I believe. Do you reckon it'll be Ice Barrier or?
Yeah, see, Pie Cherry attacks first there. If it is an Ice Barrier that comes out of the Mad Scientist, she prevents another Ice Barrier being played from hand. So yeah, good play there. Yeah,
that is a really good play. That is true. It also just gives you more tells, I suppose, doesn't it, as to what's actually going on. This Acolyte of Pain is going to die, pretty much straight away.
Came out there. Oh, it was an Ice Barrier that came out there.
Yeah, so it was Ice Barrier that came out, yeah.
This Acolyte of Pain will just essentially just gain 3 life, draw a card, which is it's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing really else you can do, and you need to get into your deck to try and get some more card draw.
That is true.
He might be considering pinging the Juggler and then ping it again next turn, but without anything else to be able to do, it's a bit awkward.
Now,
this turn's quite awkward actually.
Yeah, I mean you could, because it's turn 4 here, so you can Piloted Shredder just to pot that down. However, you are thinking that, I guess in that sense, you're going to have to then perhaps attack with a weapon because you don't want this Knife Juggler to just die to a ping. You want to keep your board quite strong and just hope that they don't have the AoE to deal with your board, perhaps.
Yeah, and also in this matchup, you're not going to get more charges on the bow because the Freeze Mage will very rarely attack at all.
Exactly.
So there's no need to wait for the charges to a freezing trap in her hands.
That is true, and we do see the Ice Barrier come down. Get activated here. We're going to see the Piloted Shredder come down.
Yep.
So some good stability, I guess, from Goot Boy. I mean, what do you? I mean, I personally like another Ice Barrier here. I mean, I know you could argue that Ice Block's also not terrible because inevitably you get to that turn where if you can reduce it to 0, you've got that safety net. But the Ice Barrier, I think, just completely mitigates the whole board and the juggle, and I don't think you're going to see a lot much else next turn. So,
ooh, you could ping and then Ice Barrier ping next turn and Emperor the following turn. This is
yeah, that's also true.
slower play. Yeah, this works based on the hand because unfortunately Goopboy's got nothing else to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, I also think this is a good play. Yeah, I mean, I think the play I was going for was probably the worst play, to be honest. But yeah, I think this is a fine play. Yeah. You do feel threatened by it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Goopboy's managed to get all the heal, both Ice Barriers and the heal bot in hand. So it's always what you want against Hunter.
That is true. I mean, this is still a pretty scary board, especially when you're playing against Hunter, because they do just have that ability to pump out a lot of damage.
If we look back to turn 2, where you chose to play the Juggler over the Scientist, it's probably dealt 6 or 7 more damage now with the Juggles and the 1 extra power.
Yeah. So that's a really good choice there from Pie Cherry. Just a bit of an insight as well, guys, to some of the players. Of course, as we explained before, Gookboy we have seen play this tournament before. He's a very good player. So Pie Cherry, Pie Cherry is actually a girl, believe it or not, guys. I know. Obviously, yeah, I know. I should probably point this one out because I know what Twitch chat is like when they realise that there's a grill player, as they say. From Germany, as of course the rest of the M-Town team are as well, but. We'll come back to this in a moment because we do see Ice Barrier and. Okay. So 19 health though, and you do have an Emperor in hand. Do you do the Emperor now?
Yeah, I think you just tempo because it's essentially a bot as well.
I mean, you do actually see Hero Power plus Quick Shot is 5, so you see 9, 11, 12, 13 damage.
Ooh, would Kill Command be enough here? That's a very unfortunate draw there. I imagine that's her only other trap in her deck, so the Mad Scientist might not even get any value at all.
If there was a kill command, that would actually be 1 damage off lethal.
Ooh,
so that
Goopboy's calculated this.
Do you think?
In advance. maybe not.
Because double kill command would. I mean, you wouldn't have the mana, I suppose, to hero power. If you had the mana to hero power, I mean, even with just double kill command is of course 10 damage. So that would be 60. That would be 18. So that would again be 1 damage off lethal. So there is almost no way to kill Goopboy this turn.
Interesting. Yeah.
Fight fire with fire, I assume.
Leaving the Emperor up is always a very scary play, but I think she feels the need to do it here. Do you play the Snake Trap just to get out of your hand so the Quick Shot can be used next turn more effectively?
I mean, you don't know what secret this is. This is really tough. Especially, I mean, if you
attack.
I guess you do attack, and then but then the one problem I have here with all these plays, I think you're almost going to have to use Ice Lance here.
You could. It's really awkward because the Blizzard pops the spiders, just means that
exactly. So there's going to be 4 more damage on the board if you Blizzard, and then you don't have a heal, so you're going to have to then Ice Block if you go this route.
Yeah, Blizzard Ice Block seems alright, and then you can Blizzard.
You can Blizzard again next turn. Yeah, and you do get all this reduced again, remember? So there's going to be a free Blood Mage Falnos this next turn. So that will be a free damage AoE, which is going to be very good against.
If Goopboy draws Frostbolt, I wonder how much damage that is actually. Double Lance. That's like 20 damage from hand.
Well, I mean, you do have exact lethal. Exact to pop the block right now with just Quick Shot and Hero Power. So I imagine Pie Cherry here. She's going to go for the bring down Goopboy to 1 HP. I believe she's already tested, and no, she hasn't. The Ice Block was just played, so she doesn't know that. Although we've seen 2 Ice Barriers, haven't we?
Barriers,
yeah, we have seen.
Ice Block, some crazy mind game.
Yeah, some potential mind games to be had, but we
Vaporize.
Vaporize the Spiderling. The value, that's real value. That is.
Someone actually did that to me back in the Patron meta, where you got these big volley berserkers, and then you attack face. You're like, oh my god, it's vaporize, and then you fully damage volley berserker dies, and you lose the game. But,
damn.
Yeah, popping at 1 here, as we can see, was correct.
Yeah, that's definitely correct play. I like playing the Snake Trap, and then of course you don't have an. I mean, there's only 1 minion on the board, so the Unleash isn't really going to do anything. But I guess you could argue it's a refill.
Yeah. If she played the Snake Trap last turn, she could have gone Unleash, Quick Shot, Hero Power, and drawn an extra card.
Yeah, that is true.
Better than a Snake Trap, but she's worried that if the Snake Trap fills her board and then it gets frozen, she might not be able to say a charger, like a huffer.
Now, the thing I love about this play is because Gook Boy is playing around the fact it could be a freezing trap, this antique Healbot and Ice Lance is going to be huge. Because there's very... I mean, there is still a chance then, if you were to say Healbot, Ice Lance, that you could still... I mean, you could still die. Let's figure this out. So you're going to be at 9 health, right? So Hero Power brings you to 7. There's no Beast on board, but then if you unleash the Hounds for 1... Oh, no, it would be 2 Hounds.
It would be 2. And
So 7. That would be exact lethal. So he needs kill command to have exact lethal. Oh, sorry, she, I should say. Pie Cherry.
Yeah, she.
We're not seeing the Ice Lance.
Oh, he's holding it back for damage next turn.
But that is lethal. That is lethal, right? 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 9 Hero Power.
Oh, that Abusive Sergeant's a huge draw there, yeah.
Okay, well, and that's going to be it.
Greedy to keep hold of that Ice Lance.
Oh, I think it. Yeah, I definitely think that was. I mean, in my opinion, of course, we all have different reasons for not playing certain cards, but I really liked Ice Lancing here, especially when this is actually exact lethal, and you have 2 Ice Lances in hand. So I think you can afford to use 1, especially as you can then return the Antique Healbot for another heal with the Freezing Trap.
Yeah. Also, you have the Mad Scientist in hand, so you were going to get the Ice Block out potentially next turn, and then just drawing Alex Straza would win you the game. Yeah,
but well, that's going to be it though for Pie Cherry's first win here. So congratulations to Pie Cherry. I think she played really well. She pretty much did everything she needed to do. But of course, yeah, still well played to Gook Boy as well. I suppose a slight concern at the end there. You know, perhaps there was some different plays that could have been made, but either way, still well played to both players.
So we're all wondering about the format. It's Conquest, and each player is playing 2 decks. So that Hunter deck we won't be seeing again since it's just 1. So yeah, and once you've won with your 2 decks, you're then you're done for the tournament. So once the whole team, each player's won with their 2 decks, that team's won a tournament. So it's basically a best of 11 format. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, again, so well played to M-Town starting off there. So M-Town are currently 1-0 up against RUZ Gaming, and of course RUZ did actually win Season 1 of Piggy League, so they're of course really good players, experienced players. So of course M-Town will surely be happy with morale to kind of get started off and put a win under their belts. It's always great to get the first one on the board, just helps with the confidence. Yeah, of course it is. Right. So just a bit more insight as to, in fact, we'll just get any information on who's going to be playing next. But before we, just while we're waiting for that, guys, bit more information about some of the players. So Donny Darno, so basically he's 22 from Germany, Hamburg. He's been playing Hearthstone for 2 years, and some of his finishes. So he's got the quarterfinal in the Zota Cup. He's also reached a final of a Strive-wide tournament. And he's played in quite a lot of Strive-wide tournaments actually, and then also he has every season hit legendary actually. Ooh. So yeah, according to this, there's a lot of stats on here. He sometimes creates his own decks, sometimes to try and go against the mainstream or the current meta, we should probably say. It'll be interesting to see then what he's brought. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping he's brought something like that. I know his favourite card is the Black Knight. I actually did a bit of stream lurking earlier on. I know he wasn't actually streaming, but I went to check out his Twitch and I noticed that he said the Black Knight is his favourite card, and I think that's a pretty nice tech card. I don't know what you think about it, BoarControl, but I like it. So whenever someone plays against me, I'm like, how could you run that? No one plays taunts in other decks. But no, in certain meta games, Black Knight can be an incredibly strong tech card. Just the tempo swing is a bit like BGH in the sense of just the tempo swing to play on that card is just insane. Destroying a Druid of the Claw or any other sort of 5